Listeners, I am delighted to introduce Victoria Odekomaya, the expert in marketing and branding, who will be leading a marketing module in my upcoming She Runs the Show program. Victoria is a Nigerian American and former drug research scientist turned award-winning brand photographer and branding expert. And through her creative agency, Lim Studios, she specializes in brand photography, video creation, and strategic branding. Victoria's mission is amazing. She is about helping you to be seen, known, and heard. And that will help you to get visual presence and build profitable personal brands. And Victoria's scientific background has honed her analytical thinking and problem-solving skills, which she integrates in her branding strategies. And her 23 years journey to US citizenship reflects the perseverance that's required by female entrepreneurs facing challenges in branding and marketing. And in 2022, Victoria launched the Boss Ladies campaign, giving participants a celebrity photoshoot experience to enhance their confidence and brand visibility. The campaign promotes these women through features in Boss Ladies magazine, appearances on Victoria's Own Your Brand show, and recognition at the Boss Ladies Gala. And this gala is not just celebrating women, but also raises funds for local nonprofits, and they raised over 19,000 for organizations like Dove Recovery House for Women and Pink Ribbon Connection. And Victoria will lead a marketing module in the program where you will learn from her best practices in branding, marketing, and client interaction. Welcome, Victoria.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It is an honor and a privilege to be here.
Thank you. Thank you, for your hard work creating this part of the program. And I would like to ask you some questions today so that we can learn more about you and what participants of the program will get. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start with your journey. Well, how did you become passionate about marketing, especially for women entrepreneurs?
Oh, my goodness. So, my mom actually had our own business, and a business is what really gave us the opportunity, my family, the opportunity to bring me to the United States to come and study here. And just to give a little bit of context to that, traditionally, international students would pay at least 4 times more than the local students here in the United States. And me being from Nigeria, the exchange rates sometimes, I remember one time it was like 200 Nigerian naira to $1. Now it's about 1,500 Nigerian naira to $1. So after doing it, you can do the math, like not only am I paying times 4 and then multiply that by the exchange rate, it's a lot of money. And I'm the first of 5 girls, so there's a lot of us. So why do I say this? It's not enough for us to be in business. It is critical that we make money in our business. And marketing and selling is a great way for us, is the way to do it, frankly. And if my mom was not a successful business owner, she wouldn't have been able to give me the opportunity to come have a better life here in America, and even giving me the opportunity to be who I am right now and helping other people with all the things that I'm doing. So that really is it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fascinating. That's a story. So let's dive deeper into your experience. And many business owners struggle to find the ideal clients, right? So what are some common pain points you've observed among the women you work with?
So I'm a brand photographer. I also do video and I do strategy. A lot of the women that I work with, when they come to me, obviously they love the photos. Thank you very much. But they don't have a plan in place. So when I ask them in my sessions, before I do any photo shoot or any video shoot, I ask a series of questions. Who are your target audience? What is your message? What is your marketing plan? Like, what are you trying to use these photos for? A lot of people that I work with would start with just social media, the website, and those are good things, don't get me wrong. However, it doesn't sound intentional. it tells me that there is a lack of plan in place to use those images or, assets. And I think that that is the number one problem as business owners, especially if you're less than like 0 to 5 years, 5 years in business. We are super excited about starting this business, and it's a hard journey, right? You believing in yourself enough to be able to start something, and then, registering and getting a few clients here and there, but it's not enough to sustain the business if you don't have a strategy or a plan in place to continuously have clients. So that's the number one problem that I see, not having a plan in place that you can continue to optimize, to continue to, figure out. Well, we just hope and wish that if I do my social media, because everybody is doing social media, or because our friends has told us that, oh, well, you just need to post 20 times a day, or like you just need to do your website. Those things are not enough to get those consistent revenue that we need to help our businesses.
Yes, and I see this problem in many clients too, but also, before you have a plan, you need to have a vision. Yes. That's why my next question to you will be, how important do you think mindset is when it comes to attracting clients, when it comes to creating the plan for your business?
Oh my goodness, mindset is number one. If you do not believe that you can do it, there is no way you would, even if you have all the resources at your fingerprints. Think about the first time that you had your own business. Like a lot of us probably had that fear in our minds, like, can I do it? Does this make sense? But you overcame that. Like if you started your business, that means you overcame that because you had the mindset that, yes, I can do it eventually, right? Sometimes you kind of build up to that. But it's so critical that we continue to have that positive mindset, because running a business is very difficult. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, even especially as a new business owner. We're going to wear many hats. We're going to be the ones doing the accounting, the marketing, the sales, the actual job and everything. And God help you if you are a wife and then a mother. There's going to be so many things, and your health also. So if the mindset is so important, to just continue to think and know that you got this, you can do it, because that would help you continue to rise above and above all those obstacles. That would help you, you see the obstacles as obstacles, not as, and see them as an opportunity to launch you to the next phase. Yeah. So mindset is very important.
And thank you for sharing this. And you just mentioned that being a mom, that's another thing, right? Because, well, I know that you have kids and now they're back to school. So how to balance everything, right?
Being a mom is like, when they come back from school, I have to, shift my mindset a little bit and be like, okay, now I got to be a mom to them, because they don't understand that mom's got to work. But I try to explain that to them, but it's so critical to try and as much as possible to balance.
Yeah, it is. And it's also, about being flexible, not just like a person. Today I am, like in the morning, I'm mom. In the middle of the day, I'm a business owner. In the evening, I'm a networker or I'm a friend, right? But it's also about having flexible mindset, right? So that how you are not stuck in one thing. Like I'm mom and you are, continue being a mom while you are doing your business, which can be a big trap for you, right?
Yes, it can. You said it right. You're the mindset queen. So, and I've been learning a lot from you. So thank you. Yes.
Of course. And Victoria, speaking of overcoming challenges, could you share a success story or even two of how you helped your clients overcome their marketing hurdles?
Yes, so I can give a couple of examples. One example is going to be me, definitely, because I again, that's the other thing. I think we talked about this in one of the episodes of my podcast.
Show, yeah.
Where you were telling us that you have to believe in yourself, like the imposter syndrome, right? We kind of talked a little bit about that, and that's a great episode. But so I'll give you let me start with the example with my clients. So we've been working together, trying to help our transition from being a pediatric dentist into owning our own business. Now, as a pediatric dentist, she has a lot of, I mean, she makes a lot of money. She's, but so it's not going to be an easy change because we're trading consistent paycheck for, the inconsistencies sometimes. So she came to me, we started with the photo shoots, we did all of that. But in having the conversation upfront with her, I realized that she doesn't have a plan in place. And so we started the coaching program and just helping her walk through who are our clients, what is our target audience, what is the goal she's trying to achieve in order to make this business work for her, where she can transition out of, chairside dentistry. And then what is the message she's sharing out there? She used to share a lot of social media content. It's sometimes, she would share about, our patients. Sometimes she would share about what she can share about our patients. Sometimes she shares about health. It's all over the place. But when we started putting a plan together, our social media itself became completely different. It was very intentional. She was making good strides. And I'm happy to tell you that as of July, at the end of July, she's no longer working with the company. She's now on her own,
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's the confidence in our work together, the mindset that helped her make that decision to say, you know what? I'm done with this. I have the resources. I know what I can do. I know what I need to be doing. And I'm doing all the things I need to do to have those consistent clients coming in so I can be on my own. And then the second example really is me. You mentioned that I've been in America for 23 years. I actually was a scientist for 17 years. And in December of last year, I transition into full-time entrepreneurship. Before I did that, I was working in my business, as a side hustle. And for me, it was testing to see if this is going to work for me. I needed to make sure that I could, at least at a minimum, replicate what I was making in my corporate job. And when I felt that it was time, I put some plan in place. Again, it comes to that planning and that intentionality and having that mindset, knowing who your target audience is, knowing what your message is, knowing all the things that you need to be doing so that all your social media strategy, especially because a lot of people do social media, so I'm pointing on that right now, all your marketing is really focus on getting you the goals that you need to run a successful business. And I'm happy to say that I am doing it now. I am really excited. I'm fired up even more so for the rest of the year because I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing to run a 7-digit figure business, really.
Of course. And Victoria, I would like to admit that I'm the witness of your transformation. And I see that, you had that fire in yourself and now it is growing. And I see the belief, right? And this is exactly what you need to be successful, right? Trust yourself, trust your skills, have a vision, have a plan, and think about your brand very carefully, and that will help you to craft your message and attract ideal clients.
Absolutely. Yes. And consistently too.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And that I would like to say that this is inspiring to hear all that stories about transformation of your clients, of yourself. And now let's dig a bit deeper into your expertise. So what makes your approach unique?
Oh, so most people think of me as just a photographer, and I really tell people that as a photographer, I think everybody can be a photographer. If you have a phone in your hand, you could be a photographer, So for me, what makes me unique is looking at it from a branding and a marketing point of view. Why are we creating these images? Why are we creating these videos? What is it going to do for your business? I ask my clients those questions, the questions that traditionally photographers do not ask. But because I look at it from a branding and a marketing standpoint, I ask them those questions. Who are your target audience? What do they like? What do they enjoy doing? What do you have in common? What are you selling? What is your offer? How does that offer help solve your client's problem? What are the words we need to use to help your clients see themselves as, yes, I need this person's product. Once we have all of that figured out, then you can create content to support that, because the content would, attract them. Everybody has very, right now we have very limited attention span on social media.
Oh, yeah.
But if you have those contents, they will stop them. And once they are stopped, then they can read the caption, the things that really would draw them in more, or even the content can showcase who you are so that it can attract your clients. So, I mean, I feel like that's exactly what sets me apart. Like, I don't just create content, I create meaningful content that would bring those clients and help you make recurring revenue, because that's when you have a business. When you have money coming into your, in your business, into your brand, that's when you say you have a business. It's not when it's spotty or inconsistent.
Yeah, it seems like your approach is different because you are thinking about like the target, the end game, right? So that you are not thinking about little pieces that they can put together to get there, but you are starting from, okay, so you would like to be here, so what we need to do in order to get there.
Absolutely.
Like you are cascading from here, and you're just like, yeah. And
Yes.
I love this so much because you know that I had a conversation today, and it's a kind of a strategy calls that I'm doing for my for potential clients. I provide them with this 30 minutes conversation. And one of the ladies, she was sharing with me so many things, and I just told her, well, this is your content. You can use it. You just shared with me so many things that others can value and benefit from. And she was like, wow, I didn't realize that.
Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of people are like that too. There's already so much already on the inside of us, but that's why you have to have a goal. You have to have a vision, because then all of those things begin to make sense. When you see ideas, then you can see how that pertains to helping you go closer to your goal. But then when you don't have a vision, how do you even know when you're getting to when you get to where you're going to, So
this is so true. This is so true. And it seems like this is the most effective approach, right? So that you are thinking about, okay, the ultimate thing, right? What's here and how you and why, right? And again, we are coming back to that big why behind the idea of your business, right? And that why we need to remember about that, because it's not just like understand why you are doing that, but also it keeps you motivated.
Absolutely. And I'll give you one more example here. So when I was doing my photo shoots for this magazine, I had a vision of how I wanted to use this image. So this is an image of me, and I knew exactly how I wanted to use it. And so when I created this page of the magazine, it says kickstart your content marketing. And see how I was kicking, like it was intentional. I needed to create that shot to help tie in what I was the message that I was passing across. So that's what having a plan and a goal does to your business. You're not just creating content for the sake of you're creating intentional content that speaks to your target audience, the message they need to hear so they can trust you to help them solve their problem. And automatically they pay you. They're happy to pay you because they trust you. They know you because of the content that you're providing.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And you just shared with us also an interesting thing, the photo when you were kicking, right? So, and to me, it's all about being connected to your wholeness, like not sitting just here, but also how to be connected to your body and listen to your intuition and to your gut and trust, right? Yes. This is another thing. And this is another part of mindset. Yes. Okay, thank you. I would like to ask you a question, and I think that so many our listeners, they're eager to start improving right away. So can you share a tip that they can use like right now?
Okay, right now.
To attract clients. To attract clients.
I think the first thing I would say is go back to know who your target audience are. Like you have to have that clarified. You also need to know what solution you're offering to them, and then use that to create your offer. So if you already know what your solution is and you have an idea of who your target audience is, when you create your next content, this is something you can use right now. Tell a story from the point of view of your target audience and share with them how the solutions that you're offering can help them solve that problem. Everybody in this world that pays for anything is looking for a solution for something. And so your messaging right now, your next post should solve a particular problem that your target audience have. So think about it from their point of view. Take yourself, you're the owner of the product, you're the owner of the service, you know exactly what you can provide, but think about it from that other person's point of view. I have this thing. What do I need? Then use that to craft a message for your next post. To, send that message to your target audience.
And did we talk about that? It seems like so familiar to me because, even yesterday I shared that advice with one of my potential clients because she was thinking that how good she is and what she do, and she is grief coach, and well, this is so needed, right? And we were talking about that, and then I was very open with her, saying that okay, we coaches or we experts, we usually sit in our shoes, we know how to help you. We are using certain words about our services. We see our clients from a bit different perspective, but how to put ourselves in our clients' shoes so that we can craft our messages the way they see, how to use the words that they use or they think, right? It's a bit like different in how to be how to get there. Well, that's a challenge. Yeah, it's tough, but this is something which is golden.
It is absolutely golden. And look, I mean, obviously I have an accent, and I've said earlier that I'm from Nigeria, but I do that all the time. I listen to my clients' pain points because English is not my first language. So I have to use the words that they're using to describe their problem in order for me to connect with them. So, and I don't know if that comes with, just a territory of being a second, English as a second language, but this is something that I strongly encourage any business owner to do. Use the language that your target audience are using. They know their pain. Listen to them, and the way they take notes if you have to, record it if you have to, and then go back and reverse engineer that into your content, because that is when they feel connected with you. That's when people would say, oh my gosh, she knows exactly how I'm feeling.
Yes.
Because you're using the words that they would use.
Yeah, this is so powerful, I would say. And so I'm a coach. I got several certification, and they taught us the same. Like when you're talking to your client, use their words so that they can see and feel that you understand them, so that they can trust you, because it seems, and not just seems, you understand them, right? Because you are talking the same language. Yeah, absolutely. This is amazing. Yeah, thank you. Well, and another question. So you will be leading a part of the program, and what can participants expect to gain from your module?
Oh my goodness. If you do not know who your target audience is, what your message is, or what your offer is, we're going to be covering all of that. I would give you the step-by-step approach to help you clarify that. So you want to listen to that, to that module, to the entire pro course, actually, because I know you're going to gain something from it. That is the foundation of you being able to attract clients and make money in your business. It is critical for you to have the avatar of your target audience clarified, like to the T. Visualize them if you have to. Also know what your offers are. What are you selling to them? And then lastly, the messaging that you need to connect with them. So those are all the things that you can look forward to in my module.
Well, amazing. And I love that you are starting from the basics, right?
Yes.
Because if you don't have them established, it's like you're just wasting your time, keeping yourself busy and going nowhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I believe that will be amazing knowing you. Well, guys, you will be lucky to get on this program and learn from Victoria. Okay, so I think that so many listeners are intrigued by you. So how and where they can find you? Where are you present? Of course, I will share all the links your website share something with us.
Yes, I am on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn is probably where I'm most active. But if you go to my website, victoriaodekomaya.com, that will take you to all of my social media pages, and I would love to connect with you. You would also see all the things that I offer, but I am super excited to connect, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as my podcast. That's where I would be sharing a lot of, information as well to help you continue to refine your message, your target audience, your offer, and everything else you need to be doing, because that's just the beginning. There's a whole lot more. Your systems, interactions with the clients. Once you get the client, what's the next step? How to continue to build your brand so that your clients has a pleasant experience and it's easy for you to execute the work that you're doing for them, and so that they can become raving fans because they had such a wonderful experience with you. All of that and more to come, as you subscribe to my social channels and my podcasts.
Of course, and subscribe, find Victoria, you will benefit, you will get so many interesting ideas, or you can even be a guest on her podcast. Why not?
Yes, I'm always looking for guests. Thank you for mentioning. I'm always looking for guests because I enjoy listening to all the stories and just seeing how we can help share your story to inspire other people too.
Yes, perfect. Well, thank you. She runs the show program will launch next week, and till the next week, you are eligible for early bird prize. And if you are, I cannot talk today. Oh my God. Okay, she runs the show program. We are starting next week, and the early bird prize is still available. Please hurry up. Places are limited. Please, please click the link below to learn more, get your space, get your spot, and you will see how many other benefits and bonuses you will get. Thank you so much for listening us. Come back to us. Bye.